The following program is a CEV Multimedia Video Active presentation. CEV Multimedia presents the Cheeseburger. The goal of this presentation is to understand the origin of goods and steps taken to produce a cheeseburger. The cheeseburger is as big a part of American culture as apple pie and baseball. For years, people have been firing up the grill, flocking to the drive-thru, and crowding cafes to get their hands on America's trademark cuisine. Did you ever wonder where this tasty tradition began? Visit the Hamburger Hall of Fame in Seymour, Wisconsin, and you will hear the story of the inventor of the hamburger, Charlie Negreen. Yet, the folks in New Haven, Connecticut claim that Louis Lassen served the first burger in 1890. Many Texans believe that the first burger was actually served by Fletch Davis from Athens, Texas, at the World's Fair in St. Louis in 1904. Though the exact origin of the hamburger remains unknown, it is known that the production of America's favorite sandwich requires teamwork from various members of the agriculture community. As the popularity of cheeseburgers increases, it is important to understand what processes and procedures lead to the final product. The basic parts of the cheeseburger, the bun, the beef, the cheese, the vegetables, and the condiments all require very different steps of production. Buns and bread are made from wheat, which has moved through many steps before a cheeseburger is eaten. Buns begin as straws of wheat in a field, which can grow to a height of 24 inches. When the wheat is ready to harvest, the farmer collects the wheat by using a machine called a combine, which cuts, threshes, and cleans the grain. The wheat is tested and cleaned, then sent to a mill where it is pressed into a powdery substance called flour. Yeast, water, and other ingredients are added to the flour to make buns. Did you know that 63% of all fresh beef served in homes in the United States is in the form of ground beef? Ground beef is shaped into patties, the most important part of a cheeseburger. It takes a few minutes to buy a cheeseburger and even less time to eat one. Yet it takes 2.5 years from the time a calf is bred to produce an 1,100-pound beef animal which is ready for processing. Once a calf is 8 to 10 months old, it is transported to a feedlot. The feedlot is the area used to feed and care for cattle prior to processing. The cattle are retained in the yard until they weigh about 1,100 pounds. At this point, cattle are trucked to the processing plant. The beef carcasses are fabricated into wholesale cuts, vacuum packaged in durable plastic bags, and placed in containers for transportation to other regions in the U.S. There are more than 23 cuts of beef which come from 8 sections of the carcass. Ground meat is primarily produced from the chuck, or the shoulder, plate, flank, and from various other parts of the carcass. The packaged meat is then sent to local grocery stores or a distribution center where the beef may be further processed into retail cuts such as steaks and meat patties. About half the beef sold in the U.S. is sold in supermarkets. The remaining beef is consumed in restaurants, hospitals, schools, and business cafeterias. If you're not a meat eater or you're in the mood for something different, several beef alternatives are available. Try a ground turkey burger, a ground chicken burger, a veggie burger, or a soy burger. Ground poultry, which includes turkey and chicken, is manufactured from whole muscle material such as drumstick, thighs, and the neck, and the final product has a ground form as it emerges from the processing machinery. Many restaurants offer veggie burgers, which substitute loads of fresh vegetables instead of meat. The final alternative, soy, is growing in popularity. Pre-packaged seasoned soy patties can be found in the frozen food section in most grocery stores. Though a soy patty does not offer as much protein as a beef patty, soy patties are rich in fiber, low in fat, and cholesterol-free. Quiz 1. Straws of wheat can grow up to A. 5 feet, B. 24 inches, C. 2 inches, D. 9 feet. What percentage of all fresh beef served in homes in the United States is in the form of ground beef? A. 35%, B. 70%, C. 63%, D. 50%. How old is a calf when it is transported to a feedlot? A. 8 to 10 months. B. 1 to 2 years. C. 3 to 5 months. D. 1 to 6 weeks. Cattle are retained in the feed yard until they weigh A. 1,100 pounds, B. 2,000 pounds, C. 700 pounds, D. 2,100 pounds. Ground meat is produced from which part of the carcass? A. Chuck, B. Plate, C. Flank, D. All of the above. Now it's time to say cheese. The cheese is what separates the hamburgers from the cheeseburgers. Cheese in some countries is made from the milk of goats, sheep, camels, buffalo, or reindeer. But the cheese we use in cheeseburgers is from dairy cows. The most popular type of dairy cow in the U.S. is the Holstein. Each day at the dairy farm, cows drink 30 to 40 gallons of water and eat approximately 80 pounds of TMR, or total mix ration. TMR includes silage, hay, barley, corn, cottonseed, field grasses, and bakery or grocery byproducts, which are fed to cows up to 8 times a day. Cows are taken to a milk barn, which is located on a farm. Automated milking machines are attached to the cow. The milking machine works on a vacuum principle that squeezes and sucks milk from the udder through teats into receiving pipes leading to a bulk holding tank. It takes about 20 minutes for a cow to be milked, and cows are usually milked 2 to 3 times a day. The milk is then transported in refrigerated trucks to a milk processing plant. Here it is pasteurized to kill harmful bacteria. After the milk has been processed, it is treated to form a soft custard-like substance called curd. The curd is separated to remove a liquid substance called whey. The milk passes through a variety of processes depending on the type of cheese being produced, including cooking, draining, milling, and salting, pressing, curing, and ripening. Cheddar cheese is the most popular cheese in America, Europe, and Canada. It is sold as a block, shredded, or in slices, which are perfect for cheeseburgers. Did you know that tomatoes were once thought of as poisonous? Tomatoes are now the 4th most popular vegetable in America, following potatoes, lettuce, and onions. Speaking of onions, did you know that onions were first cultivated in Middle Asia and later became a favorite food of the Egyptians? Let us learn about lettuce. Lettuce is the most important salad plant in the U.S. It has been in existence as an edible plant for more than 2,000 years. Finally, did you know that a pickle is actually a cucumber? Vegetable production plays an important role in the fabrication of a cheeseburger. Lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and pickles are all favorite garnishes for a cheeseburger. Let's learn about the processing of the veggies that we love to add to cheeseburgers. The optimum time to harvest vegetables is when the colors, flavors, and textures are favorable. Many times, harvesting will occur before the plant reaches desirable maturity. Yet, the plant will continue to ripen until it is eaten. As vegetables are harvested, they are placed in crates or boxes so they may be easily transported. The vegetables are transported in refrigerated trucks to processing plants or directly to the market. Upon arrival at the processing plant or market, the vegetables are washed to remove all particles. Several vegetables have the outward layer of skin removed. Most vegetables require cutting, stemming, pitting, or coring. Tomatoes and onions are sold individually, while lettuce is sold as heads or chopped portions in plastic bags. Cucumbers are canned to make pickles. Let your cheeseburger be the best that it can be. You can do this by following proper food safety guidelines. Choose veggies that are fresh and appropriate in color. Check for dates on your packages of cheese. And always carefully examine beef packages before purchasing. Store your beef, cheese, and vegetables in a refrigerator. Be especially careful when cooking ground beef. Keep all cooking surfaces and utensils clean. Wash hands before and after handling fresh meat. Unless you are planning to freeze it, use your beef within 2 days of purchase or the sell-by date. Cook ground beef until the middle is gray with very little pink. And always keep cooked foods stored and separated from raw foods. Take a look at my pyramid. The cheeseburger contains all 6 essential food groups. A cheeseburger includes servings of grains, vegetables, fruits, oils, milk products, and meat and beans. And the great thing about a cheeseburger is you can get as creative as you like. Add sprouts, mushrooms, or salsa to increase your vegetable servings. Fatten up your fruit servings by adding tomatoes or avocados. And get cheesy by adding mozzarella, American, or Swiss. The average 4-ounce fast food cheeseburger has about 25 fat grams and 440 calories. You can cut calories and fat grams by cooking your own cheeseburger with extra lean ground beef. There are about 12 fat grams in 4 ounces of lean ground beef. Or use a 4-ounce turkey patty, which has about 9 grams of fat. Melt on a slice of low-fat cheese. Garnish with veggies and a low-calorie dressing such as mustard. Your homemade cheeseburger will have half the fat a restaurant burger has. Thanks to the many people who grow vegetables, raise animals, and process and transport food products, we have a delicious treat that is more than just a sandwich. It's a cheeseburger. Quiz 2. Which is the most popular type of dairy cow in the U.S.? A. Brown Swiss. B. Holstein. C. Guernsey. D. Milking Shorthorn. Which is the most popular type of cheese in the United States, Europe, and Canada? A. Cheddar. B. Swiss. C. Mozzarella. D. Monterey Jack. What vegetable was once thought of as poisonous? A. Lettuce. B. Onion. C. Tomato. D. Cucumber. Unless you plan to freeze beef, when should beef be used? A. By the sell-by date. B. Within 2 days of purchase. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. How many fat grams are in the average fast food cheeseburger? A. 15. B. 8. C. 25. D. 2.